In October of 2023, I was in Japan. Whilst we did many of the touristy things, we visited Mount Inari, we went to Tokyo, but this time it had to be a little different. And we knew there was that one thing on our bucket list that we had to do. We had to visit the famous Yakushima Island, the forest that inspired Miyazaki's famous movie, Princess Mononoke. It was that one part of the trip that had to be done. We had to go see the famous tree. Japan's oldest living tree, thought to be at least 2,000 to 7,000 years old. The tree, standing at a staggering 1,300 meters, was truly a sight to behold from the old world. It was, however, not easy to access. It would take a full day of traveling from our Airbnb to Kagoshima, then we would have to take a ferry from Kagoshima to Yakushima. There were more simpler options, however they were very expensive. And really, where's the fun in that? We packed up our bags and got ready to go visit the old world. We were in and out connecting trains all day until we got to the bullet train. Finally, that JR pass was coming in handy. Good to move after that. Just there. You go first, I'll wait. In Metro? Fuck, where is this tram service? This is confusing me as to... That way, so I think this one.
So how the fuck do you see what way the train is going.
And I have to admit, Japan has a very confusing and very inconsistent metro system, both with how it runs and how you actually pay.
Here's the next street.
As a tourist, it can be a bit of a nightmare. However, after fumbling our way through on the local tram, we were close to our Airbnb for the night.
Yeah, left.
A little hostel that was, admittedly, very crap, but it was cheap, and we were only there for one night. This fucking ancient ass clock. Fuck hell.
Oh, look, we've got an FM radio. That I don't think works. They fucking broken that off so you can't use it.
We were pretty wrecked, but there was a book-off nearby, and we needed dinner. And frankly, there's a law in Japan. If there's a book-off, you have to go find yourself a bargain.
Lovely to meet you.
We ran into some American guy. He was very friendly, very chatty. He was the only other tourist I'd seen so far. We had a nice chat. He was a lovely bloke. I doubt he's ever watching this. But if you remember us, I hope you had a good trip, man. After a terrible sleep on a bed that had been broken and sunken in, it was time to catch the early morning ferry over to Yakushima Island. It was to take about 4 to 5 hours depending on wind, but we had to get there, and we had no idea where we were going.
Are we going to the Sevens?
I thought you said it was on the way.
If we do a detour,
Okay.
it's on the way.
However, it quickly dawned on us that it wasn't really that hard. Look for the port and the big boats, and you'll find where you need to go. And of course, there it was, the Yakushima car ferry.
High speed. Shit. It is the 5th.
From Kagoshima to Miyanoura Port.
I can't believe we actually did it. This. Andrew, you can go up a level.
We settled in and got ourselves comfortable for the 4 to 5 hour journey. There was no turning back now. We were in the thick of it. The adventure has now begun. indescribable force of nature and its omniscient beings, the place where the creatures of old began to rest, we had finally arrived at Yakushima Island.
Well, that's ominous. Precariously balanced.
Now that we had arrived, we needed some form of transport. So we went to the local visitor center so we could get some bus passes for the next few days. And unfortunately, unlike the mainland of Japan, the metro system was quite infrequent. But it would have to do. Unfortunately, I forgot to get my international driver's license, so we needed to rely on buses. We had some time to kill before the Airbnb check-in. So we decided we would go to Shiratani Gorge, or the Moss Forest as it's more known. However, that the only bus going there at this time was leaving in about 5 minutes. So we had to run.
In front of us, why don't we look at the map? That would be the smart option.
We had arrived, and it was time to explore what uncurated Japanese wilderness was like. The absolute beauty. time. It was absolutely bucketing with rain. It was absolutely bucketing with rain. And we got a little lost. And to make matters worse, running out of time because the last bus leaving was closing in. We had to find our way, and fast. But after some time, we managed to find where we came in from. It was time to head back into the central of Yakushima Island so that we could catch another bus to our Airbnb. Okay, maybe I don't want to walk around here at night. Where do we check in? Konnichiwa. We'll manage. We found the Airbnb, and after a bit of charades, with her not understanding English, our broken Japanese, we managed to get checked in. We asked what restaurants were available, and there were none. There was only a supermarket about 20-minute walk from where we were, and I guess that would have to do for dinner. It was getting late, and we were getting hungry, so off we went into the dead of night.
Been a hot minute since we first started. Love this little TV. It's just a little guy.
This is Nothingsville. This is deader than, like, our neighborhood at night.
Yeah. This is literally the arse end of fucking nowhere. It's just like the comparatively, like Japan is so lit. There's just so much lighting. Whereas you come here, it's dead. There's a couple of street lights. Because I've never been. Yeah, guess it is.
It was time for us to eat dinner and rest. We had a very early morning start and a long day tomorrow. We needed as much sleep as we can get. Because in the morning, we'd need to catch 2 buses to get to the trail. Good night.
Well, here we are, at the arse end of nowhere. 4, no 5. What time is it? 5:06 a.m. in the morning to go on an 8-hour hike. I'd rather be fucking in bed. Which seems mighty tempting this morning.
Are you vlogging right now?
I am vlogging right now because I'm delirious from lack of sleep.
It was still dark outside, but we had arrived. It was time to head deep into the center of the forest to see the testament to the old world, Jomonsuki. After about 3 hours of hiking up a straight incline, the real hike began. Traveling up an almost vertical slope with no set walkways, just stone and wood. This would really test us, but the rewards cannot be matched.
Just give him a bit more.
We had to keep a good pace because there was only one bus out of here. We kept going because we knew at the end would be the sight that we hold with us for the rest of our lives. An experience unmatched by any other.
Yes, it does. Well, I think we made it.
And there it was. We had arrived. Jomansugi. It's hard to express the absolute magnitude and size of this tree. Photos and video really don't do it justice. It's one of those things you really have to see to understand. Nothing I show you could show it justice, but I'll try. It was time to head back. We had a bus to catch. Otherwise, we'd be sleeping here. After a grueling day and a bucket list checked off, it was time to go home and put our feet up. We would be leaving Yakushima tomorrow. It will be missed. I honestly feel like we should have stayed a little bit longer, but our itinerary didn't allow it. However, as I said, that's tomorrow's problem. It's time to go back. It's time to rest. To our surprise, we were not wearing as many wounds this morning as we thought we would. We were a little stiff and sore, but it wasn't actually too bad. In any case, it is with a heavy heart that we pack our bags and begin our departure.
I'll probably go after you.
It was time to head back, but we had a few hours to kill before the ferry came. So we did a bit of exploring around the back streets near the Airbnb. And of course, we just found a little temple, which is one of the things I love about Japan. There are temples everywhere, and they're absolutely beautiful. We caught the bus back into the center of Yakushima and hung out at the gift shop to buy some mementos of the trip. We saw the ferry pull into the harbour, and was with a heavy heart we knew our brief stay was at an end. It was time to head back to the mainland, as this trip was rapidly approaching its end. Goodbye, Yakushima. I'll see you again someday. And of course, on the way back, my confidence with the sea was short-lived. As we hit some heavy water, I was not feeling well at all. And after spending a good few hours in the bathroom and almost throwing up everything I had to eat that morning, but managing to hold it down, it eventually calmed. If you're ever thinking of visiting Yakushima, I can't recommend it enough. It's absolutely beautiful and worth the trip. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and as always, have a great day.